Day, and welcome to your Pacific Magazine. I'm Airman First Class Ashley Powell, and today I'm on the historical island of Guam, where exercise Guahan Shield 2013 is underway. The word Guahan is the native Chamorro name for the island, and it comes to mean we have. And what Guam has to offer is a lot. The unique and diverse terrain provides the 350 Marines and sailors from 3 Marine Expeditionary Force from Okinawa to conduct an extensive range of tactical level training in an unfamiliar environment. This will include individual Marine Corps basic skills training to unit-level engineering projects and mobility exercises. Guahan Shield is the first major ground training exercise for Marines on the island in over 2 decades. But Guam's Marine Corps history began long ago and has since helped shape the United States territory to what it is today. Marines first came to Guam on June 1, 1898, as a result of the United States' actions in the Spanish-American War. Since the capture of Guam from Spain in a bloodless event, different Marine battalions rotated through. They built a barracks and also established the town of Agana to include a school system, roads, and bridges. Marines kept a constant presence on Guam until December 10, 1941, when the island was lost to Japanese forces in the First Battle of Guam. Not forgetting what was taken from them, the Marines returned on July 21, 1944 to liberate the island and to recapture the strategic Marianas Islands. The fighting lasted for 21 days with 3,000 Americans and 18,000 Japanese killed. 59 years after Marines recaptured the island of Guam from Japanese forces, a new generation of leathernecks stormed the beach for a historically based session of battlefield physical training. Second Lieutenant Daiquiri Grove explains the driving force behind this training.
Basically, it was a chance after we went into the field this week of kind of motivating the Marines. We talked about 2 islands in the Pacific that the Marines took, basically what the Marines did, casualties, how we affected the enemy, pretty much just to remind the Marines where we come from. That's pretty motivating because on one of the battles, 3-6 Lima was actually leading the fight for a while.
After learning how Marines of the past won the World War II battles of Tarawa and Guam, these Devil Dogs battled the surf and sand in a strength and endurance test. The exercises represented challenges Marines have faced in combat, such as saving a fallen comrade, diving to evade enemy fire, and getting back up into the fight. And to top it off, they became sugar cookies, probably the only time you'll hear a term of sweetness used to refer to a leatherneck. Once properly coated with sand, they gathered as one of their brethren, took the oath of re-enlistment.
United States Marine Corps, Certificate of Re-enlistment. Be it known that Staff Sergeant Russell A. Talfat has been accepted for re-enlistment in the United States Marine Corps.
It wasn't as important for me as it was the Marines. I wanted to do it in front of the younger Marines so that it would give them some motivation to want to re-enlist, because the whole company's there. Everybody can see it. Everybody's miserable together, and to do something like that in misery kind of motivates the Marines.
All right, Russell Alexander Duffett.
I've been in for 12 years. This re-enlistment will put me at 16 years, and I do plan on retiring from the Marine Corps, hopefully after 20, but it depends on if the Marine Corps will keep me after that.
I love getting dirty. I love playing in the sand. I love patrolling through the jungle. I love the Marine Corps.
Dusted and drained, this group of motivated Marines wrapped up the day's events with a deeper sense of connection to the past, yet prepared to face challenges awaiting them on future shores. Once back on dry land, Lima Company Marines geared up and went hard in the paint to conduct patrolling scenarios for the exercise. The company completed military operations in urban terrain, or MOUT training, earlier in the exercise. Their next patrol training took them deep into the jungles, providing new and unfamiliar scenarios for the Marines to work through. Squad leader Corporal Michael Floyd explains the differences between training on the island compared to their home station in North Carolina.
Lately we've been doing urban patrolling through our little MOUT town here. This right here, it is a very thick jungle, so it's way different than like training in where we're actually stationed in Camp Lejeune. By being in here, we have that experience in patrolling and setting up patrol bases in a jungle environment.
This patrol consisted of a 3-day, 2-night trek through the dense tropical forest. The objective for the 3 participating platoons was to track down and attack the other platoons. This short field training required the Marines to practice both offensive and defensive strategies by applying what they already know to this new jungle environment.
As far as the time frame, I just wish the time frame was a little longer because we're stuck doing one thing for 2-3 days, but in all reality, training in a new environment like this, you need a lot longer than that. From my perspective, I've been in Afghanistan twice, but never really patrolled through the jungle, so it's all a big learning curve. So.
It's been a fantastic opportunity for Lima Company to come here to Guam for the weeks that we've been here. We've learned a lot, and the training that we'll get here will be far better than training we've received anywhere else. We'll go back to Okinawa to the rest of the battalion in fantastic training and in great shape and ready to keep moving forward.
While the dense jungle environment is a new experience for most of these Marines, the work they accomplish here will help improve future training on the island. Down the road at Andersen Air Force Base, the combat engineers in charge of exercise logistics for Guahan Shield are coming up with their own training. Subject matter experts came together to plan an assignment that would not only test their engineering skills, but would also strengthen ties with the sister branch. The reconstruction project is taking place right here on the airfield of Andersen Air Force Base. Airmen from the 36th Civil Engineering Squadron are teaming up with Marines and sailors from the Combat Logistics Detachment 39 to excavate and resurface 5 damaged keyholes. These are essentially aircraft parking spaces that are located along the flight line. These Marines and sailors from CLD 39 accompanied the infantry Marines to support the engineering logistics needed for Guahan Shield. Lance Corporal Travis Fresba describes what happened to the affected areas on the airfield.
Right now we're here on a deployment to Guam. We're attached to CLD 39. Right now we are fixing the airfields. There's these keyholes that the planes come in, spilled fuel on them. So we have to cut out the area where the fuel is and put in a new area.
While the affected areas are only a couple of square feet on each keyhole, the repairs are necessary. The spilled jet fuel could deteriorate the asphalt over time, making the surface unsafe, so they are replacing it with a less porous concrete. Airman First Class Kyle Wishnock explains the Air Force's role in assisting with the Marine exercise.
We're here to support the Marines in anything they might need. They didn't bring a lot of their own stuff with them, so most of the stuff we have in our shop, we're just out here to support them basically. The Marines are a lot faster paced than the Air Force is. They like to work. They're disciplined to work. They were very appreciative when we came out here with all of our equipment to help them get their job done faster, because they're on a deadline as well as we are.
With the additional equipment and extra hands from 36 CES, the reconstruction project will only take 3 weeks to complete with the combined workforce of the multiple branches. Since CLD 39 is made up of combat engineers and St. Patrick is the patron saint of engineers, the detachment took a day off from their project to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in their own way.
CLD 39, under the guidance of Captain Presley, decided that we were going to try to increase camaraderie, a little bit of unit cohesion as well, by executing a field meet in celebration for St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick, of course, being the patron saint of engineers. So we are here to play some sports and be engineers and have a good time.
While the field day is meant for fun, the chosen events still reflect the detachment's exercise mission on the island.
Today we definitely went engineer completely by cutting some logs with axes. Part of one of our missions out here was to clear a pathway through some jungle. We flipped 7-ton tires, nice heavy big old tires, just a good workout. We pushed a Humvee, because sometimes you have to push a Humvee. And we ended it all day with the good old tug of war, just to see who wins. My role today, I was a team leader, so I got to motivate my Marines, and of course, as part of CLD 39, I motivated everyone. My motivational style definitely includes a lot of yelling. There's yelling, there's knife hands, one of those, and pointing at people, just to make sure they get the point to know that they need to hurry up.
With all the motivation going around, Sergeant Hegman's team must have had some luck on their side, right?
Our team did not do the best. I think we came in last, but we had a great time. The Marines got a chance to come outside. My Marines are usually office workers, so they got some sun, they got some physical activity. Everything was great, everybody had a good time. Time for a little cookout, cut loose a little, we work hard, we play hard. It's just a great time being out here.
After the winning team earns their title, it's back to the real engineering work needed to support the exercise. CLD 39 wasn't the only group to have all the fun during Exercise Guahan Shield. Many community relation events took place throughout the 3-month exercise, to include a visit to the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post to meet with the members and share war stories over a barbecue.
Today we're out here at the local VFW on Guam. We got invited by the president. He invited us out for the barbecue they do once every month, and it's just another good way for us to interact with the local community. Outside of training, it's a good way to get off of base and do something else within the community here on Guam while we're here for the exercise.
Another group of Marines helped coach athletes who competed in the Special Olympics at the nearby high school.
Well, the Special Olympics have been around for 37 years now. Communities come together, organizations come together, and they help serve to show people with special needs and capabilities, bring them together and allow them to have an opportunity to celebrate and compete. So today the Marines came out here to participate in the community event and do our part to help. And my role was to take Team 1, Station 1, and set up 70 different heats of events. Races, relay races, walkers, wheelchairs, those type of things.
While the training mission is important, it's the interaction with the local people that reinforces the Marines' constructive presence on Guam. With the multi-service engagement, community relations, and unique ground training opportunities, the lessons learned during Guahan Shield 2013 will help improve future training on Guam and in the surrounding Marianas Islands. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Pacific Magazine. I'm Airman First Class Ashley Powell, and from all of us at AFN Pacific, thanks for watching.